right. Final opportunity for us to be able to go compete as a football team this year. Excited about it. Chance to get a 10th win, top 25 finish, all those things. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's been 10 other times in Georgia Tech history be able to do that. And we went down last night to the dinner and press conference for the bowl game, and it was great to be around Kalani. What a great guy. Done a great job with his team, building that team. And then the two coaches from the other games were there, Sark and Biff. So just us four were able to really have a lot of good conversations and talks, and some old stories of guys being together or whatnot. It's funny, Kalani actually hosted Sark on his official visit to BYU back years ago. So there was a lot of history there last night. So it was a fun time just going down there. And it's the Pop-Tarts Bowl, and the trophy is a toaster. And we were able to put the Pop-Tart in it and toast it, and kind of cheers to the Pop-Tart. And pretty cool, though, that the other head coach shared the same passion for Pop-Tarts and food. And but just saying that to say we had a lot in common. But I think you can see that when you look at the football teams, a lot in common with the two football teams. So we're excited to get down there. We're putting our work in this week. Here we'll go down there. We'll have 2 or 3 days down there of practice before it comes to the final days before preparing to play a game. And excited to be there. We talked about before. I said I would tell you guys as far as play caller who's going to call plays. Chris Winkie will call plays in the game, and we'll continue to go about the way we've done it as an offensive staff, collaboratively putting everything together. Everyone's got their individualized pods that they work with and work on. And, with that, I can also go ahead and say, offensive line, Alan Mogridge is the offensive line coach. Mo was here last year, has unbelievable rapport with players, with the current guys. They're super excited. They've been fired up out there on the field. Been really good energy. Just between the players, the coaches, it's been good out there. So, and I'm taking the time as we're on the field or in the building, with the seniors, and grabbing them, having a few extra talks with them, and jokes and whatnot. You just really want to soak it all in with the guys that are leaving and playing their final game. So, with that, open to questions.
Chris has been on the field all year. Will he still be on the field calling plays, or will he go up in the booth?
We've talked about it. We haven't made a final decision on it.
There's just a lot of stuff out there about Aaron Philo.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still with the team? What's his status? Is he going to be part of the bowl?
Yeah, I can't determine what it'll be with the bowl game or not. But everybody's gonna make their own decisions. Everybody's do what's right for them. We talk very openly about those things. And the one thing I've learned a long time ago, you can't control what other people's thoughts and intentions and wants are. So my job is to provide the best of Georgia Tech, the best possibility or the best opportunities for guys on the field, and give them everything we have, and use our resources to the best of our ability. And that's college football now, though, and that's the way it's going to continue to be. The calendar, changed this year from years past, so you're seeing a little bit of a flip in the way things are happening. I mean, the portal doesn't open until January, so it's there's time in between now and then, but it doesn't open till then. But yet, I guess every day you're hearing hundreds and hundreds of names of kids that are getting in the portal. So I don't really know how that works, but it's happening. Last year it was really after the bowl games in January and that's kind of what everybody's been used to with the coaching cycle and whatnot. But we kind of prepared for this and, thought through it, that it could happen this way. But again, this is the way college football is now, and that's not going to change until until an authority from above comes in and puts, a calendar together that matches up and works for everyone.
Seems like a lot of distractions, staff turnover, everything. How much does that test your team leadership-wise? Like you talked about the seniors, how much does it test them to make sure everybody's kind of focused and on the bowl prep?
I don't consider distractions at all. I mean, guys get other opportunities that they got to do what's best for them and their families. Like I said, it's no different than player and coaches. I mean, we as the adults are no different than players. Players no different than the adults. Everybody's looking for the best opportunity for them, and they got to do what's best for them and their families. I mean, there's no distractions. I mean, I don't know if I've been on a team in the last 25 years that hadn't had something take place with people transitioning and leaving. And so, you look at, I mean, we got a lot of people on staff now. We got a lot of people on staff, so it fills in pretty quickly, and we're to fill those spots in. And there's not distraction when it comes to that part of it. I mean, distractions are things that are made up externally. The kids want to buy into it. If it is a distraction, again, so be it. But there's zero distraction out on the practice field today. It's business as usual, game planning as usual. Yesterday was a full game plan day. Today was a Tuesday practice.
Given that there have been a lot of departures on the offensive staff, has that made practice and game planning on that side of the ball even more challenging, or is it just business as usual?
No, there's nothing challenging about it or different. It's, Chris is leading the offense. All right, this is a collaborative effort we've put together for every game of the last 3 years. There's not one person that sits up there and does one thing. And like I said, Mo was here. Mo's an excellent game planner, an excellent designer of schemes and plays and formationally. So, no, I mean, there's zero stress on it. The only thing is maybe, when you're holding cards up for the scout defense, but like I said, we got plenty of people around here that can go hold. I mean, Flynn was out there today holding cards in a couple of the periods. He got a little winded about period 6 or 7, but he had to call Simmet in from the side to come in and help him a little bit. But yeah. So no, it's and there's plenty of people in place for that.
How do you approach sort of this silly season and all the noise and the portals and the coaching changes and just maintaining, being where your feet are and maintaining?
No different than any other day.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's if you allow emotional things and things that can create emotion in you to create emotion, then that's going to be a detriment to the success of the team, right? It sounds, hey, be where your feet are. Yeah, you got to be where your feet are, but you also have to plan. You have to plan for the future. And every day is learning now. I mean, it's for everybody across the country. There's things that pop up and change and are different, and it's how you adapt and how you adjust. Look, I mean, I think everyone realizes, like, this is college football now, right? So to sit there and complain about it and cry over spilled milk or want this or I wish I'd done this or, I want to do this. I mean, you're just wasting time. I mean, you have a plan, you put your plan into action, and those plans are in place for 365 days of the year, whether it's, recruiting your own team and building relationships. I mean, but at the end of the day, you have to do it, or I have to do what's best for the football team and what's best for our future success, not what people consider distractions in January. I'm worried about what people say in September, October, November as we build our football team.
Last time we talked, you were talking about how you're going to go about your interviewing for the offensive coach hire. You mentioned you're going to take your time. You had a long list. You weren't in a hurry. You wanted to make sure you found the right fit. How's that coming along?
Good. You want something else?
Yeah. Can you elaborate?
Okay. Yeah. It was good. I mean, I feel pretty strongly about what direction we're going. You want a distraction? Start bringing people in a week before you play in a game. That's a distraction, right? I know what's best for this football team. I know what's best for this entire program, right? And that's what we're working at.
You talked about the senior special group this past weekend was graduation. Just how proud of them to walk across that stage. How did that make you as a former student athlete here?
Yeah, I mean, and there's guys that people openly said, there's no way this person can graduate from Georgia Tech. And bam, they do. They said that about me too. So, and I think all of them graduated with a higher GPA than I did. I don't think you could be any lower than I was, by the way. But proud of them for that. Proud of what they've done here the last, like I said, some of them 6 months, some of them 6 years. And what they've done here, and they'll forever be Tech men and part of this family.
Part of your recent contract extension was an increased salary pool for assistant. How much will that help you building this next staff on either side of the ball?
Yeah, it goes all with everything. It goes, coaches, staff. retention, new people coming in, and everybody talks about the coaches on the field. The 10 position coaches, but those position coaches are only as good as the people behind them, and that's where you want to build the best staff overall. The support staff within the building. I mean, you can't go without saying the job that, from player development to operations to research, analytics. I mean, all those areas that are so important to the day-to-day process and our day-to-day. The things we do in order to put together one game plan each week, the travel, all the things that go into it. So those are the ones that are extremely important too, and that's where you to keep a solid foundation and core of those guys in the program. That's what really allows you to have that, crack and replace, build over the years.
There's been some talk, obviously, about Trent McKnight exploring other options. Is he with the team now? Is he going to be with the team through the bowl game?
Yeah, he was out there coaching today, exploring what news.
Twitter news.
Well, that's a problem right there. Is Twitter news. Twitter doesn't even exist, right? It's called X now.
That's right.
You should know that. You're not on.
Well, believe me, enough people send links to me about it all day long. Look, people that are part of this program that are here coaching. I mean, if I get inclination somebody don't want to be here, they ain't going to be here. That bottom line. I mean, we ain't going to play that game, but I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of coaches. So we had a good talk on the field today, if that answers your question. We talked about the formation that we're putting in for the game plan, and people in the formation. I don't know. I'm going to go ask him now, though.
Do you have any interest in the high school championships that are tonight? And I think some of them were last night, some are tomorrow. If you do have any interest in them, well, what interest do you have in them, the championship games too?
Yeah, I mean, high schools are our lifeline. It's our blood. But I dare to say I'm in a pretty much of a phone booth or a cylinder or whatever of what I'm looking at right now. So, but our staff meet at 1:00. We do go over the high school game scores and predictions for the upcoming games and whatnot. So, I'll have a better, here in about 30 minutes probably of all those. That's such an awesome opportunity for these coaches and the players to be able to play in the state championship and have a chance to win one.
Anything else? All right, thanks, Coach.
That's it. Go Jackets. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
When do we do this?